Your Side News at 6 starts now.
Right now at 6, concerns are raised after letters were sent to all state universities about the removal of LGBTQ students from Title IX. Tonight, we have UT's response.
And it's week 3 of Friday Frenzy. We catch up with the sports department at tonight's Game of the Week.
Good evening, I'm Lori Tucker.
And I'm Bo Williams. Public universities across the state of Tennessee received a letter from State Representative John Reagan of Oak Ridge advising them to remove any references to LGBTQ plus people being a protected class under the federal Title IX law. This includes the University of Tennessee.
And this comes after the U.S. Department of Education proposed changes to include members of the LGBTQ plus community. But those changes were blocked by an East Tennessee U.S. District Court judge. 6 on Your Side's Kristen Gallant has UT's response.
Lori, Bo, there are about a dozen public colleges and universities in Tennessee that received this letter. The University of Tennessee has responded to Reagan. Reagan says he's still waiting on several other schools to do the same. When Title IX was first signed into law in 1972, it prohibited discrimination on the basis of sex in any education program or activity that receives federal financial assistance.
State law is such that the protected classes are race, creed, sex, color, disability, and age.
The U.S. Department of Education wants to change the wording to include LGBTQ+ in its phrasing. But since it has been blocked by a U.S. District Court judge, Representative Reagan says any school with the phrasing referring to Title IX is going against state law.
They are chartered and funded by the state of Tennessee. So obviously they are risking that in that sense by not following state law.
The University of Tennessee responded to his letter, saying in part it did not modify its publications, policies, or websites relating to Title IX in response to either the June 23, 2021 letter from the U.S. Department of Education or the injunction issued on July 15, 2022 by the Federal District Court. They go on to say, "We do not believe anything in our current policies, procedures, or statements related to Title IX or non-discrimination violates either federal or state law." Reagan says not all universities have replied in the same manner.
Universities are not at liberty to ignore state law, regardless of what these accreditation or certification organizations say they must have to get their accreditation. These are not governmental entities, and as such, universities must follow state law over and above whatever these organizations tell them.
Now, the ruling can still be appealed by a higher court, but until that happens or until a judge lifts the injunction, Reagan says all public schools must comply with the request. Lori?
All right, Kristen, thank you. And we're also told by Reagan that along with Tennessee, 19 other states filed the injunction. We reached out to Knox Pride to get their take on the situation. We'll have their response for you coming up at 7.
We have breaking news right now. New